working your end? It's showing up that it's okay. Yep, so
No, it's good. There's no.
did you give everyone a wave?
It's a bit delayed.
Okay.
But gorgeous as always.
Here, it's not showing up just yet.
You're on YouTube already? He wasn't on YouTube.
What's it look like?
Now, where's your guest going to be sitting?
In the middle.
In the middle?
Yep.
Just a bit of a wave on your hands. He's doing it. He's my arm. Just doing it as much as you can like that, just so we can see the arms moving. What's it like?
It doesn't look interlaced.
Looks alright?
It doesn't
Just
look.
that TV, maybe.
Could be.
Could be the HDMI. It doesn't look interlaced.
It doesn't?
No. It's certainly not obvious.
Yeah, it must be
The
the
corner of the
TV.
TV's in there.
The
Is
other
it?
hand is like got lines through it.
Yeah, but that's only on,
What about
it's
that?
only on
Must
the
be the
TV.
TV. Must be the TV.
So we need to move this across, do we?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I supposed to be there?
Yeah.
It's,
Go the other way. Go the other way.
is that?
I hope so.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you can see it on that.
10.
Well done.
And when I, oh no! What the fuck?
That was just the.
Nothing major.
Oh,
Just keep your phones on silent if you can, guys, as well.
Oh.
yeah, that'd be good. That'd be professional.
Would it?
Here's another AWOL booking right now. Yeah, sure. We can take it to you 20.
We can do that.
Anytime you like. We've got those electric
This
bikes.
one, right?
We'll get right back to you.
That's the red.
That's the right.
Shit. So back to the front.
Yeah.
Now, which camera's the?
Turn the TV off, can you please?
It's the central one, I think.
Oh, the remote's in here. The remote's just there. We've got 1 minute.
Hello?
We'll just turn off the TV.
Yeah, good? Is everything alright?
Behind that.
The remote's just there on the other side of the TV. That
Well, everyone's in place, ready to start. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
So do we go when I go? Or are you still playing stuff? Okay, you're just cutting out.
PG. Do you see my sweaty forehead?
Pluck your eyebrows out.
Plug me out, mate.
Yeah.
Go
Look angry.
John, hang on.
Okay.
Wow. Christmas. Christmas special.
It's here.
I can't believe we made it. I cannot believe we made it. It was really difficult walking from the studio into here. It's about all we did really to prepare. But we must get straight into it. Hour and a half, live, Facebook, YouTube, and got to say massive thanks to Channel 44. Channel 44 allowing us to go live, probably for the one and only time.
Maybe. We'll
All
see.
right. So let me introduce my amazing guests. I'll start with, we'll go this way, all right? So most amazing first. Ben Tanzer, winemaking extraordinaire from the new look Fox Creek Wines. We're allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're allowed to say that, aren't we?
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on, mate.
Thanks, mate. No
Merry
worries.
Christmas.
Thanks for having us.
Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas, Merry New Year, whichever way you want to do it.
Oh,
Luke.
you're going to put that on, hey?
Yeah, well, of course. Luke.
Good to be here, mate.
Mate, thanks very much for coming along and getting free wine and food, and as per usual.
As per usual.
Mate,
Love
you do
it.
it hard, don't you?
I do it very hard.
So we're going to go straight into it because we've got an action-packed show, and we'll explain to everyone what we're doing. So we're actually having a Christmas Day with wine. Of
Sounds
course.
good.
So what would we usually start a Christmas Day off with?
Sparkling.
Sparkling. So while Luke's opening it,
Okay.
okay, tell us a little bit about what sparkling that you've brought in. So we'll start with the sparkling white,
Yep, so we've got the Arctic Fox.
Arctic Fox.
So a few years ago, the Watts family always wanted a sparkling white, and we weren't happy about making a sparkling white out of McLaren Vale fruit, like traditional McLaren Vale fruit. So in the end, we found some Vermentino, and we did some trials, and yeah, so it's predominantly Vermentino,
Okay,
a bit of Adello, and some Sauvignon Blanc.
right. And would I be right saying it's finished off, the sparklings are finished off elsewhere?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah?
Yep, yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So
Are we
it
allowed to
is-
say that?
obviously we make the still wine.
Yeah,
We make the blend up, and then we send it off to a facility that can give it a secondary fermentation.
yeah,
So it's called the Charmat method. So rather than ferment it in the bottle like a traditional champagne or method champenoise,
yeah,
it's actually in a tank and then fermented
right.
in a pressure tank, so it keeps all the gas in it.
Now, what about swirling a sparkling wine?
Yeah.
No, I've got to have a few hecklers, so you don't swirl sparkling wine.
I do.
Well, the winemaker does. Well, I must have been right in the first place.
Oh, that smells delicious.
I mean, if you swirl it, you're probably getting rid of some of the bubbles.
Oh,
Yeah.
we probably didn't put it in the right glass either, but we'll have that fixed soon. But Luke, you're already tasting it.
Yeah.
What did you smell?
You know what I smell in there is apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's delicious.
A little bit of peach,
Yeah, I was going to white peach
Yeah,
smell
yeah.
I was getting from
nashi
it.
pear.
Okay. Yep. yeah.
Oh, it is
That's stunning.
strong, isn't it?
That's not your. That is not your average white bubbles, is it?
No, well, I mean, not many people make this is predominantly Vermentino.
Right.
So southern Italian varietal really maintains its acid in the warmer weather.
Yeah.
So it's actually worked out really well for us, this wine, and yeah, it goes off during summer.
Oh,
That's outstanding.
pretty good way to start Christmas morning, I reckon.
Yeah, lovely way to start Christmas.
So, I've set all the pairings out, so I'm not going to ask the winemakers or anybody who comes on. We're pairing it like I would on Christmas Day, so if I just went like this, all of a sudden the food would appear. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Angie.
We might just put it down there so people can see what we've got there, but look at that. We'll just go around that way.
The little Aussie tiger prawns.
We got some prawns, so we thought we'd start off, Christmas morning, some prawns and some
prawns, right?
some
Prawns and
sparkling.
white sparkling.
Yeah. That's the way it happens in the Goad household. After a swim down the beach at Southport with the Lifesaving Club. We have a tradition where we all head down to the beach and we go for a swim, we have a quick beer, and then we all go off and do our Christmas days.
Yep.
It's a
I've seen you down there already.
memorial swim.
This Christmas Day is going to be gorgeous. 27, eh?
27?
Winds look good. Yep. Going to be fantastic down there.
Right, so you guys have a prawn and then have a
into
little
it, mate.
more taste of the wine.
What sort of sauce do we have here? Is this a Beerenberg?
We've got some Beerenberg seafood sauce. I thought that'd go really nice. Well, actually, Jeremy from Rito's. All the food tonight has come from Beach Road.
Awesome.
So it's been sponsored by people on Beach Road, which is awesome because that's where our
They're a
studio
cool
is.
spot. They're a cool shop, Rito.
Rito's are an awesome shop, aren't they? They used to be in Colonnades for years and years, and they've moved down to Beach Road. They've got a little cafe in there now. Jeremy's an old mate of mine, so
Where are they on Beach Road?
in the Coles, next to Coles.
Right
next to
yeah, I do know the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to head in there, and if you're looking for some small goods, so all the cheeses and the pâtés and everything is all come from there, and the sauces. So
Yeah. That sauce is great.
is that? Well, I might have to
It's
lean
good,
lean
actually.
across. No,
I
I'm
thought
right.
you might have been allergic to seafood or something.
Huh?
I thought you might have been allergic to seafood. That's why you went cracking in.
Oh,
I thought you'd turn into a Presbyterian.
they eat seafood, don't they?
So,
What's
That is-
that?
It's nice,
and
isn't
it's not that sweet. It's not
No,
that
it's quite a
sweet,
dry.
sickly.
It's quite a
Yeah,
dry
it's
wine.
really
yeah.
dry.
Yep. So we bottle it.
Which I
It
prefer.
changes every time, but usually is around 7 grams per litre, which is quite dry.
Right.
Yeah.
And does the you said it was Vermentino plus plus?
Yep.
Does the mixture, depending on the vintage, change?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, usually it's about 60, 70% Vermentino, depending on the year,
Righto.
with maybe 20% Verdelho and 10% Sauvignon Blanc, something like that.
Are you trying to get the same taste year in, year out, or are you just working with what you've got?
We try to maintain the style.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously they're always going to change.
Yeah.
Like any wine, they're going to change. And it's a non-vintage. We actually so the Verdelho that we put in it is last year's Verdelho.
Right.
So we keep back last year's Verdelho in old white barrels for a year, and then we put that back into it.
Okay. So that's the NV that you have on the bottle.
Yeah, so it's not actually a vintage wine.
Right.
But most of this, which one's this one? This would be like, I think, about 2009, 18 or 19 mainly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good.
What a perfect start.
I've never gone with a white bubbly in the morning. I'm always a red bubbly man, but that's delicious.
Well, I thought, white with prawns would
Yeah,
be
with prawns.
Yeah, a good
Yeah.
way to start.
Yeah.
I'm going to have another prawn.
Yeah, go for it, mate. That's what you're here for. We've got there's a few each. Not that many.
There you go,
like-
Gertie.
Oh, no, thanks, mate. I'm done. I've got to watch my figure.
Looking
So-
pretty, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks. It's Christmas. Keep the compliments coming. We've got to let everybody know too that we are live and interactive. So if they do want to win there's no prawns
Okay, no
because it's,
problem.
it's only one day, a couple of days of Christmas, and to line up and get them all to be chaos. But if they want to win a bottle of these amazing wines, they've got to ask Tansy a question.
Yep.
And then we've got to get Eric Banner to jump on there and feed us the questions. And got to love live TV. But
Well, I've said to a few people they should be watching and they should be sending through questions. So
yeah,
hopefully we'll get a few.
worst case scenario, if they don't, you and I will be having exactly the same for Christmas morning
Could be, well, I was thinking maybe tonight.
tonight. I really like Vermentino as a white wine flavour.
Yep.
Fruity, but that dry finish
Yep.
suits me perfectly.
It's always got nice acid in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What a great start.
Yeah.
So you guys drink these up, and then we will. Shall we crack onto the sparkling red?
Do you want me to crack that open?
Yeah, crack it open.
Can do.
Now, obviously, we did a sparkling red show, and
And you guys didn't include us.
there was a heckler. His name might have been Ben Tanza, who said, "Mate, we have got the best sparkling red, and you didn't even come and see us."
Yeah.
So we thought,
Here we
well,
are.
right, we'll give you your own section on the sparkling, seeing
Okay.
that you were whinging about it.
Yep.
And the sparkling red, tell us a little bit about the sparkling red.
So this is one of the older wines Fox Creek have made. They made it for a long time, and so it's Shiraz Cabernet Franc.
So it's
So
not,
it's not a straight Shiraz.
It's not a sparkling Shiraz, it's a sparkling red.
It's a sparkling red. Yep.
We got taught that, didn't we, on our tour?
We did.
We got
Yeah.
taught that on our tour. It's not just sparkling Shiraz, it's sparkling red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's made the same way that the white Chalmat method.
Drink that, come on. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So like the Cabernet Franc, most of the fruit comes off the vineyards around the wine actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it's been around for a while.
you're a bit of a fan of the old Cabernet Franc,
I
aren't
was
you?
just about to step in there. I've only really gotten into it this year. My brother gave me a couple of bottles,
Wow.
and it's outstanding. It's
Yeah.
a really, really nice wine.
Yep.
I think a lot of them up down Mount Gambier way do a lot of Cabernet Franc.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not a huge amount planted in the Vale, I don't think.
Why? What's the? 'Cause I think it's outstanding. I
Oh,
really
just-
think it's outstanding.
I think Shiraz is probably just, everyone's planting a lot of varieties, trialling new varieties at the moment, and most of them are, sort of southern Italian or people are even looking at Greek varieties now and Cypriot varieties. Everyone wants to sort of plant because of
Yep.
climate change.
Yep.
Everyone's just looking at what's going to work in our Mediterranean
Yep.
climate, like moving forward.
Yep.
Because the vintages are coming forward.
Yeah. So Cabernet Franc, is that one that struggles? It needs a lot more water, or?
I don't think so much of that. It's a Bordeaux variety, so it's sort of up there in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it hasn't. We've always had it on our property because it goes into our JSM and the Vixen, so we've always needed it. So we've always kept those vineyards there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way we don't have to buy that fruit in from anywhere else.
Yeah.
While you guys were talking, I was having a very... I actually drank it before I smelt it a bit again, as I usually do, but having a sniff afterward.
That's absolutely delicious. That smells just delicious.
Yeah.
It's really full and rich, and you know, it just.
Yeah.
So what are you getting bouquet-wise? What's a layman picking up? Well, I guess you're not just a layman
You know
anymore, are you?
what I'm thinking? I'm thinking chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Yeah.
Oh, definitely not. That's an awesome thing about wine, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
your own opinion of, you can... I'm not getting chocolate whatsoever. I'm getting
That-
more of a
what's
dark
what's that
berry.
cake? It's like almost
Black
Christmas.
Forest?
It's almost Christmas
Black Forest cake?
Black Forest
I was going to call Black
Fruit,
Forest
fruit,
cake.
of the for-
Yeah.
fruit of the forest, or forest floor, whatever it is.
Forest, we'll go Black Forest, so I could be right for once. That'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, the berries in there. That's just very, very big berries. That's sublime.
So that it's very similar to the way we make it is very similar to the Arctic Fox, where we spike it with some older stuff. So we've got an old, it's non-vintage as well, just like the Arctic Fox, and yeah. So we make the blend. It's predominantly out of one vintage, but then there'll be a portion of it that we have held back, and we've got a tank of wine that we hold onto, and we use a little bit of that, just get those some age characters in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm the closest one that I'm seeing that I've tasted is the Beresford one. In terms.
There's no fortified in this, though, is there?
No, there's not. It doesn't have that.
A lot of people do.
fortified.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Go over
No,
the
it's
top
not-
with some port.
It doesn't have the fortified, but it's just so big, bold, and beautiful. It's lovely.
Right, we've got heaps of questions firing through.
Have we?
Heaps of questions, yeah. I can see them all up there. Good work, Adriana. Oh, no, hang on, she's just ripped them down from us. She's like, just
I
keep
thought
talking, fellas.
Tony was there.
Tony McGuinness?
Yeah.
Was it Tony, actual Tony McGuinness?
Actual Tony
Yeah,
McGuinness?
it's,
No,
it's
it's
the,
a...
well, he is the actual, but not
He's-
the
yeah.
actual.
No,
Okay.
it's a real...
So not the football player, Tony
No,
McGuinness? All right.
no.
No, he's a much better character.
I'm not going there.
Hey?
I'm not going there.
Oh, I will. It was my hero. Tony McGuinness running along the boundary, check signing left footers
He was,
at the
he
Bay
was an
Oval.
absolute star.
He was an absolute
He
superstar.
should have played for Sturt.
He should have played for he would have been useless.
Okay, now do you want what we've got here?
What I've prepared, well, what Jeremy's prepared here, we'll give Jeremy another shout out, probably all night, I reckon, for his effort. We've got some Maggie beer, obviously South Australian, SA
Yep.
Wine Weekly, we'll keep with that. Some Maggie beer pate. Do you like pate?
Yeah, I love Paddy.
Oh, lucky. And then we've also got some truffle double brie. Oh, it sounds all right, doesn't it? It sounds like a...
So this is all from Rito's?
This, yeah, Reedo's, yeah. It's all from Reedo's. He's,
Yeah, I'll set that down.
that's mine. Oh, what about a bit of cheese? No cheese? Or? Oh, I don't want that.
Bloody hell, Cody. So,
Oh, not the
you
end.
have a heart attack on us.
Oh, well.
I'll have that one.
All
Give
right,
me
no,
that.
you're all right, you're all right. I'll have that one. You got to tell us a little bit more about the red why I eat this thing. Otherwise we have dead air.
I don't know, there's much more to say about it.
Oh, there it is.
So, when you're having a Christmas day, and you're, what are you looking for in the morning? Do you go out of these two? Would you be going the red or would you be going the white?
I'd probably start on the white and then go to the red.
Yep.
But it all comes down to preference, really, because a lot of people that, have, they've got a tradition of having sparkling red
Yeah.
at breakfast time on Christmas Day.
I wouldn't have even thought about going white on Christmas Day, but because when you have the sparkling red, to me, you smell it and you think, well, I think Christmas.
Yeah,
Like
exactly,
Christmas in a bottle.
exactly. And it is a.
But
It's
it
got a
doesn't-
massive following, this one too, mate.
But it doesn't go with prawns.
No, you're right.
And I've always, I don't know whether it's just the Go family tradition, but prawns and champagne or
For breakfast.
sparkling for breakfast.
Right. See, we have prawns at lunch.
Right. No, so do we, but it's just a little.
The goes are rich.
Hey?
The goes must be loaded.
What do you have in the
Sure
morning?
no,
What do you
it's-
have in the morning then? What do you have in the morning for Christmas Day?
Morning.
Usually a hangover.
Oh, well, once upon a time when we used to go to the Alma on Christmas Eve, we all rocked up to our family dues with a hangover. But
Well, I used to just be tired because I'd be building trampolines till 4 o'clock in the
Right.
morning.
we've all been there, haven't we?
Or bikes or
Not
something.
my strong suit really either. And yeah, hey Angie, she'd just be agreeing.
10 beds down and trying to build a trampoline at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and there's the odd ring in.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother was always awesome for that.
I'd
But he
imagine.
drank his 12 beers and put everything together, which was awesome. This wine, I've always been a bit scared of the sparkling red because it was always quite a strong wine, but this is a real easy drinker, isn't it?
And then the wine underneath there is a really serious wine.
Yeah.
We obviously have to make it a little bit differently because it's got to go through secondary ferment, and then we add some stuff in at the end as well. So,
I've got to interrupt you and just say, how good was that pairing?
It's a great pairing.
That is I probably shouldn't take credit for all of it, considering that Brioni from Beach Road Wines was the one who told me, once you're on the sparkling reds, double or triple brie cheese.
I recall.
Yeah.
I think she said something else about that wine. I think her husband likes it. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah, right.
Tony.
Yeah.
Now,
There's
question
a
for you.
reason why her husband likes it.
Question for you. When you have wine and you've got food, do you find the food enhances the wine or the wine enhances the food taste? Because for
Great
me,
question.
it seems
Great
it-
question.
It enhances the food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it can work both ways, I reckon.
Yeah.
Depends on the wine and depends on the food.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, when you think about wines, especially like, so in Italy, they have like some really tannic varieties. And, then you eat like a pizza with some cheese on it, and it just attaches to all those tannins in the mouth, and it softens the wines out.
Yeah.
So, I suppose I always thought about it, making the food enhancing the wine, but
And I would imagine that would be, from a winemaker, what you'd be trying to do.
Yeah.
I just find, and I agree with you most of the time, but with this, I'm finding it's enhancing
Yeah.
the taste of the food, and it's great. It's just
Oh,
like,
well, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
what it's doing
Have,
for me.
have you ever had this food before? Have you ever had the amazing cheese with truffle and the Maggie Beer pate?
I have
on
not
top
had
of-
this one. I have had a truffle cheese, but not this one. And
It's pretty good, isn't it?
It's very good.
It is pretty good cheese.
It's outstanding.
Yeah, no, so not saying that you're wrong, but I must admit, after that pairing, that wine is right up there on the sparkling red with the
Yeah.
Beresford, which was our
Yeah,
favourite.
yeah, and it's very different to the Beresford, but it's up there with the class. It's just a classy. That's not one that you'd go and get from a bottle shop and just throw down your gob. This is one that this is you're drinking and going, wow, that's a pretty special wine.
Right, should we
is that good? Yeah.
smash some of these questions?
Thanks, Gooders.
So what's Gooders said?
I was just talking about the wine.
He doesn't know anything about wine, does he?
Oh, I don't know,
No,
mine.
he didn't know how to drink
They're-
it.
They're asking about the price of the wines.
The price, that's a good point.
Ooh, I'm the winemaker, not the marketer.
Right,
I-
I have a crack. The Vixens are around the $30, $35 mark,
Around $30 a bottle, I reckon.
around 30, and
Sure, I
the
should know that.
Arctic Foxes,
It's around about the same.
About-
Same level.
so we'll say $30.
And that's
Yeah.
great.
Actually, I think
That's-
it might be a little bit cheaper than that.
Or-
I can't remember.
You could ask an awesome question and get a bottle free.
Jump on the website and you'll be able to find out the price.
Right, jump on the website,
2 seconds.
yeah? Look at all these questions
Yeah.
that are coming through. Let's go Ian Robinson.
Where's Ian Robinson?
There's nothing quite like a sparkling red, perfect Christmas drink in Australia.
Well, that's true, Ian. I agree.
It's funny, and on the wine tours, because in South Australia, we take it for granted that, sparkling red is a Christmas drink, and just sparkling red in general, we like it. But you get anybody from the East Coast or anywhere else, and
I'll have some more.
they got no
Yeah, all right.
they got no idea about it. But I saw something from Tony, the great football player. He said about aging of the sparkling.
Yeah, I did notice that. I was looking at that question. What's some more?
What's Tony saying? How long did you lay it down?
Well, I actually tasted a really old one, and it was just recently. I had it down the bottom of my cupboard, and it was still great. And I reckon that was when I first started. So I started at
Can't
Fox
say
Creek
really old.
10
How
10
old?
years ago.
10 years old?
And it still looked pretty good.
Right.
So-
It still tasted good?
Yeah, so some of them can go down for ages. I think.
Right. So, can you taste that in them? Can you taste like?
Yeah, they age.
Yeah, wow.
You got to remember, these are under cork as well. Like obviously, Sparkling Week bottle there, they're under cork. So, not that we've had any cork problems.
Right.
I mean, anything out of the normal.
You risk that coming on the show, bringing something on call. Jesting. Imagine that. And bring it on, it's corked, and we have a sip and pour.
Well, these
That's
aren't
horrible.
We've got another 2 bottles out there, so it's
Okay, we got some. We have to drink the winners. The winners bottle.
the winners'
right?
bottles. Yeah, I'll
Get
just
that
bring
off.
another one down. It's all right.
That is such a classy sparkling red.
It was
Yeah,
right.
that's good.
No.
That's really good.
So his heckling was almost worth it, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
It was almost worth
It
it.
should have been on the show.
It should have been on the show. It will. Oh, I've got its own show. Really?
Well, there you
Didn't
go.
it?
So you're a winner.
It has got a massive cult following, this wine too. Like, it is very, very popular.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, there's. I can
Should I ask some
absolutely
other
see
questions
why.
for it?
Yeah, no, have another crack. Let's
Let's
go.
go. Talking about mixing. Sorry, I was thinking
Something
Gooders
like that.
again.
Yeah, let's get rid of Gooders.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I like this theory on mixing previous years in with the fresh vintage. Giving the blends a bit of age, might have to give a few of these wines a crack.
Well, you should, Gooders.
Or he might win.
He might be the winner. Oh, hang on. Adriana.
It just disappeared.
Oh, I'll bring it back. Here we go. Oh, I am the Tony McGuinness, unlike a guy who used to play football.
Yeah.
Right, eh?
I at school, do you remember Michael Knight? Year 8, Michael Knight rocked up.
I do. Yeah.
Michael Knight, cracking name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cracking name.
But,
Adam Normington, can a sparkling red be put away? No, I've already been through that.
Been
Shit
there.
question. Go away, Norman.
that was a good question.
That was a good question, really, wasn't it? Yeah, no, it was.
A couple of them.
No, everyone's asking about the age. That's probably a good question. Hey, you're gonna try it, aren't you?
Oh, no.
The prawns and the sparkling
I'll
red.
try it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, right.
No.
Well,
I'm not real fussy with what I mix with wine.
I'm gonna have to have the last one, aren't I? Because I said they don't go together, and that's. Not, prawns weren't bad, were they? And
I
cheap.
feel sorry for everyone else standing around because we've eaten little prawns.
There's more.
Anyone want to lick the plate? Good. That sauce and,
I like that sauce.
yeah, that's
Can't
fine.
really go wrong with Maggie beer, though, can you?
Or Beresford.
Or Beresford, yeah.
Yeah, or Beresford.
Oh,
Or
sorry.
just head up to
Yeah.
Rito's and ask Jeremy.
All
He-
my,
he will
all my
sort of-
mother's,
All your
like
mates.
Kathy, her sauce, I think she makes it from ice cream. And
Yeah, you had me an ice cream, but
yeah,
get on.
I think and tomato sauce might go into it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think so.
Well, if you're going to bring it up, at least have some sort of.
I don't know. I'm just plugging Mum. I know she's watching. She hasn't sent through a message, but
She hasn't, because you haven't used your word yet.
outstanding.
No, it's not outstanding.
Outstanding. Wasn't it out? Yeah.
I don't know, I can't pronounce
Phenomenal.
it. Phenomenal. That's it.
Phenomenal.
Well, how's your mum's sauce?
Phenomenal.
Right, that's much
Absolutely.
better.
She got into me after my first show I was on. Apparently I used the word phenomenal a few too many times. And
Okay.
instead of, she just wrote,
Norma reckons he got in first with the aging questions.
all right, shit.
Mate, he's got a wine rack full of SA Wine Weekly wines he's won.
Well, there's
but
there are two wines here. There are two wines.
We'll give him the white.
That's
'cause-
true.
Yeah, I'll
There's
give you
two
the
wines
white
here.
because I know he's keen on the red, so we'll give you the white.
Okay. And open it beforehand so it's flat.
Yeah, we'll give you that one.
Give good as well. I'll just give him one at one stage at the footy club.
Ah, that's nice of you, mate.
Just to be
Everyone's a
nice.
winner.
Yeah.
Because he's watching, right?
No, he is watching for once. Good on you. Wendy's probably got logged in on his account because it sounded like a little bit too intelligent a question. All right, we're going to have to crack on. We're going to have to say thanks very much for
No
coming
worries.
on.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
That was
mate.
awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
That was,
No worries.
I mean,
Absolute
seriously.
pleasure.
No worries, mate.
Absolute
Anytime.
pleasure. All right, get out.
See you, mate. That was
guys.
fantastic.
All right, take these with you. Let's do a quick swap over, and we'll swap over guests. Taylor, come on.
Okay.
Get rid of your glass, Luke.
Thank you.
We got these glasses. And
That was great.
oh no, leave them there. We need them, mate. Oh, Jesus, Eric Banner, what are you doing?
And he did the second pour. I was like, oh, that's all I need.
Yeah, no. That was what we needed there, wasn't it? The show's starting to
Loosen up.
loosen up a little bit now, isn't it? Huh? Oh, the Sellex Hill stuff, big platter, the bottle.
You're on,
yeah,
Paul.
Paul, bring Paul one. Oh, two gone. Oh, I took them out. Ah, so good. Look at that. Take them to you.
Hey guys, Ben Tanza, winemaker here from Fox Creek Wines. Just wishing you guys
You're
a
on.
Merry
You're in
Christmas
the middle.
and a Happy New Year. Keep safe, and I'll see you here in the new year.
Ben kept pouring this back in the red room strife. Oh,
Now, more than ever, we are getting to know and love our own backyard. And there's no better backyard than McLaren Vale and the Fleurieu Peninsula. Gone AWOL aims to showcase all the area has to offer by providing wine tours, stand-up paddleboarding and electric bike ride experiences. To really experience McLaren Vale and the Fleurieu Peninsula, look no further than Gone AWOL Tours.
Really cool. You've been down there, oh, not for a long time. When they first opened, when Ben was down there cooking, yeah, that was a big deal, wasn't it? That was,
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. The breakfast flow was great.
yeah, it's looking really good in there. So it's a great place. It's a cool place. It is. I love it. And lots is happening. Lots is happening in the place right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a place to live. Yeah. Great little spot.
So I'm going to ask you, and we're going to go to the rosé. We're going to go to the wine first. Oh, we're back on.
It's up to you.
Hello.
We're back on, right?
Hey guys, Ben Tanzer, winemaker here from Fox Creek Wines.
Oh, we're back off.
Classic, especially South Australian wines.
Right. Who's that?
We are more than just classic accounting.
At Green Pritchard, we offer business coaching and development, wealth creation and restructuring. Green Pritchard, going beyond traditional accounting.
I think I am.
Paul from Selix Hills Wines? Selix.
Close enough, close
Selix.
enough. Selix Hill Wines.
Hang on, the
It's-
sparkling
it's-
red.
It's going to get
It's
worse.
the Selix Hill Wines, yeah.
Selix Hill.
You got it. Too
Wines.
many sparklings earlier.
Oh, wow. Ben just kept pouring it. You know, and then he waved and said, see us later. Yeah, nice bloke. But, so you found us?
I did finally, yeah.
So you went to
All
Channel
good.
44
No, I
in
went
the
everywhere.
city?
I've been
and
all
then you-
over.
Yeah, no.
I've been all over.
Good communication, Luke.
Yeah, it was
Great
awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
communication. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas.
And to you too.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, we are having an absolute ball, aren't we?
Oh,
So it's one of the most horrible jobs in the
This
world.
is a bad,
It
you got a
is-
bad gig.
It is a bad. I wrote it for myself.
I can
I wrote
tell.
the script, and Luke jumped on board as soon as he
Oh,
could,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
So tell us a little. We're going to crack straight into the wines because
Sure.
we're running behind already because we've triple poured. But
Sure.
we're going to tell us about the Rosado.
Okay, now look,
Okay.
it's a traditional rosé,
Pour 'em up, mate.
made from Grenache and Mourvèdre, but just a tiny bit
Could
of
you say that again?
Yeah, okay, Mourvèdre. Well, look, a lot of people, Mataro, right? A lot of people know it as Mataro in
It
Australia,
doesn't,
obviously.
doesn't sound as
Well,
sexy.
it's kind of, that's the French pronunciation, I suppose, Mourvèdre. And that's the first wine I ever had with it in was a French wine. That's how I know it as Mourvèdre. But, most of us know it as Mataro, right? Dry, sugar dry. I don't like sweet rosés. They don't tend to work too well with food.
Oh, I'm going to cheers to
Yeah,
that.
cheers.
because
Salute.
There's three of us. We don't.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. We don't like the sweet rosés.
I can't find a place for them in my fridge.
No.
Really?
No? They're not. We must say, not saying that everyone doesn't.
No.
Some of the
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
some people love a sweet rosé,
Absolutely,
and the
yeah.
big boys, we'll call them, have made sweet rosé and sold millions of it for next to nothing for,
For sure,
ages,
for
haven't
sure.
they?
There's plenty out there.
But I tell you what, if you thought you didn't like a rosé because it was sweet, you really have to go
Got to
out.
start searching.
Yeah.
Not just myself. There's a lot of people around.
I will start with you.
Yeah, okay,
Pull
all
yourself
right.
up while you're here, mate. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the others.
Look, for me, it's got to be relatively dry. The fruit sweetness of the Grenache, helps a lot too.
Yeah.
So it's not completely flat dry.
Right.
I mean, sugar dry, yes. There's not any residual in there. That's bugger all. It's very small.
Where are we sourcing the fruit from?
So Grenache is from my vineyard.
Your vineyard?
At Selix Hill.
At Selix. Well, that kind of fits,
Yep.
doesn't it?
Yeah. And
So there's a bit of a maritime influence.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
you
we're only-
like, yeah, you like
you're
that.
good.
You
You're
like
good.
that, don't you?
It's a beautiful spot. I mean, we're only 3 minutes from the beach, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous Selix beach.
It is.
What are you riding? 1100.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Aren't you? That's right.
1450.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, no, look, it's only around the corner, and it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. But the Mourvèdre comes from Mate's Vineyard, just up the back as well. So
Yep.
still in Selix Hill.
You guys at Selix Hill have got that community happening
Yeah,
too, haven't
It's
you?
unreal.
You know, it's an amazing little, like McLaren Vale. McLaren Vale is just that diverse, you know?
Yeah.
From corner to corner. There's so much diversity in soil, geology, you know, the grapes, the way that people work and run the vineyards, the way that they make their wines, you know, because everyone's just out there doing their best with what they got, and that's awesome. Sellex Hill is its own little sub-region, you know, it is. And it's the southernmost part of the Vale,
Yeah.
and out close to the water, so it's kind of special. It's cool.
You know what? There's not a many a rosé that can stack up after a really good sparkling red. And this is really holding us. Not saying the Vixen wasn't any good, but
No.
Tansy's still here, so we can't.
Yeah.
But
He's watching.
He's looking at us.
Without, it's not just because Paul's here, this is my favourite rosé.
Well, that's why he's here.
That's why it's here.
Yeah.
Hands down.
That's cool.
This has changed how I look at wine. And I'm not joking, because in the past, and I'm only talking a year ago, if someone had said rosé to me, I would have said, nah, no way. This stuff is outstanding. I mean, it's complex. There's a thing with rosé, because it's not like you're drinking a Shiraz is the name of something, or Grenache is the name of something. Whereas a rosé, you can put what you want into it. And that's a good point. The Grenache and the Mourvèdre, I don't say it as nice as you. It's outstanding, and there's layers to this. Usually a rosé, you just throw it down your throat. This one here, I sit on the deck at home and I think about it and I enjoy it, and it's meant that summer's great now, because in the past, winter, I want my big reds.
Sure.
And in summer, I was like, well, I've got to wait till winter to get onto my reds again. But now I've got this and.
No, come on,
this
mate,
baby.
don't jump in.
Well,
Don't jump in.
I'm just saying.
That stuff's crazy.
And it is.
It's got some character. Hopefully it's got
It's
some
got
character,
character.
is what you're saying.
It's 100%
And look,
got
for
character.
me, you know, look, that's what I look for. I like to create within my wines. I don't want just, any other one. It has to be its own self. It has to have a little bit of character about itself.
Yep.
So I'm really, really happy with the way this has turned out. I've been playing with rosé for a bunch of years, though. It hasn't always been the same style.
Yep.
You know, it's always just kind of blending and working out what you want to do next time.
What's the, and I'm guessing from what Tansy told us, it may vary year in, year out, but what's the percentage split?
Mostly Grenache.
Yeah.
There's just a tiny little hit up of Mourvèdre for a couple of reasons. I mean, number one, rosé is something that I don't want to be too bone dry. Like, you don't want some tannin coming in. Grenache is a lovely, fruity kind of grape.
Yeah.
It'll give you just that little layer without being sugary, and I don't have a lot of Mourvèdre. Like I only get a tiny bit of it in, and I make a straight dry red with it. And by the time that's done, I'm kind of out. So I can only pinch a little bit away to put into this.
And can I say, when I take tours to Sellex Hill, when we go down to the shed and we taste from the barrels, your straight Grenache, when I ask people at the end of the day, what was your favourite wine?
Popular.
Quite often, it's the Grenache we had out of the barrel at Sellex Hill, which goes into this. And there's something about the Grenache that's grown along that stretch. It seems to be fruitier than the Grenache that you get at Blewett Springs. And don't get me wrong, the Grenache at Blewett Springs is gorgeous. It seems to be more aromatic down there, where yours seems, down where you are, seems to have more body to it.
Grenache is a funny beast. I mean, you can see it from one part of the Vale to the other, and it's completely different. And where we are, we get a little bit of spice in there, off of the foothill.
Yep.
Friend of mine, I will always talk about the McMillan, Stuart and Coralie McMillan, who are the growers for me, for the Greco.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to
go.
I'm going to load up the
I'm going to
food
join.
pairing.
And the Grenache from his vineyard, which is only really a stone's throw away from me, is completely differently structured. It's actually got a little bit of backbone, bit of tannin, a bit of structure to it. Right. Whereas most of what I have there is spicy, but not as structured. So yeah, it's look, you got to go all the way across the Vale.
Yeah.
So many beautiful differences.
It's such a cool grape, and I think going forward in the next 10 years, Grenache is just going to go nuts.
Look, I think we're just really starting to learn what to do with it properly. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been working on making good table red wines out of Grenache for the last 15, 20 years, trying to put it up on that pedestal, and that's great. And yeah, I think we've absolutely got the ability to do it. It takes a little bit of working out.
Right, yeah.
So we are live and interactive on many a platform. I'm going to pass that along, and then I'm going to go Adam Normington. This is a great question. This might even help you out a little bit.
Right, yeah.
That's yours. Where can we get a bottle from via retail, or do we have to come to the cellar door?
Yeah, just me. We don't sell through retail at all.
Right.
Don't sell through restaurants.
Yeah.
Not at the moment, anyway. I mean, it's all off of membership or mailing list.
Yeah.
And or at the cellar door.
Right.
And
So
via, these guys.
yeah.
Like Luke will bring people down to me, and that's really how I get to meet them. We get to know each other, and they want to buy some wine and jump on the mailing list. That's how it all really happens. But yeah, the cellar door is open on Saturday and Sunday every weekend.
Yep. And what about if they, like Adam, he lives out.
Oh,
Out the
yeah,
other
yeah,
side,
yeah. Just
the other
phone
side of the
call
world.
or
Give
jump
you
on
a
the
call.
website.
We got your number on there, your mobile.
Yep.
Probably not a real good idea,
Yeah.
but
Website's not up there, but it's just www.selexhillwines.com, and there's a little shop on there. But send me an email or give me a phone call,
or how about this? Get on a tour with Luke.
No, absolutely.
Get on a tour
Yeah,
with Luke.
absolutely.
So-
That's the best way to do it.
The food pit, and Adam happens to be coming on a tour with Luke. So, and here we do have a site. We do have a slide here with Select. We do have
Oh,
a
yeah,
website.
yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
man, we're well
Good,
prepared.
good, good.
Yeah. Looks all right, doesn't it? Looks all
Very
right.
nice, very nice.
Good work, Taylor. Thanks for leaving it up there long enough so I could read it. But so we had the website. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And our socials, Facebook and Instagram.
I'm too active, really. I'm not all
No,
that active
you're
on
not.
these things. I'm a little old school.
Taylor might have a chat
You know
to you
what I
about
mean?
that.
Yeah,
and
we
help
can
you out
sort
a
that
little bit.
out.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, there's about 5 wineries that I put right up the top. Yours, 100% being one of them. And it's, number one, the wine is amazing. It is amazing.
Cheers.
But the experience that you get there with you, going down, tasting out the barrels, and I
cool.
had guests come recently, and they cannot wait to come back again, and they want to just taste your vintage from year to year to year to year, and just see what's happening. And the way you tell them about it all, and what they learn from you, is top notch. It's
that's
what
cool.
it's all about.
That's cool because that's what we need to give. I think we've got a lot of lovely wines around the way, but that experience, and a lot of people want to know what the wine looks like when it's just been pressed and put in a barrel.
Yep.
Prior to getting to bottle, because it evolves.
Yep.
And I think that experience is awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And I was talking to my mate yesterday. We were down at Sheffy Shelby's. He went to, he was up
Don't check it.
at Renmark.
Not your dog.
He was up at Renmark, and he went to one of the wineries that you went to. I can't remember the name, but the winemaker was there, and he said the experience we had there was the best I've ever had at any winery, because you got to meet the winemaker and learn about the wine, and that's what you get with you, and it brings the romanticism into it as well, because it is,
Right.
it's romantic. It is. There's something about it. But anyway,
Sure.
So I've paired it with some pretty cracker biscuits, I must say, but some South Australian salami.
Love it.
Quite a strong salami, not a hot and spicy one, but a
No.
strong tasting one.
Delicious.
And a really strong bitey cheese from Murray Bridge. Thanks to Ritos again, like Jeremy's out
That
done
cheese is
himself,
lovely.
yeah,
isn't it?
that's
But they said
fine.
don't go too strong a cheese or too strong a salami with rosé. And I thought, I reckon this rosé,
works
it works
beautifully.
beautifully,
It
doesn't
works
it?
beautifully.
The oiliness of the salami works beautifully with the rosé.
Oh, bring it on. Look, honestly, for me, a good risotto, or a good rosé, and again, that more savoury, dry style.
Yeah,
Any antipasto, throw it all at it, and that stuff's working beautiful.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And considering we got it donated as well.
Well,
you'll
it's
be-
even-
you'll
it's
be
even better.
Pretty happy with that. It never tastes better than when it's fresh.
And I don't know who's sending through messages at the moment, but if you get either of these wines, you are not going to look at rosé the same again, and the next one we're doing.
Yeah, you're hanging out.
Well,
You're
that's it.
hanging out. We weren't even going to bring it on, but
That's
we had an
a
argument about it, and then we just con Paul into it, kind of, didn't we? But,
I don't know, it was no, it was like,
It
yeah,
wasn't that.
that'll do.
So we got. Speaking of the Riverland, I can see Sal's just tuned in. She's been a bit late. She's a bit sorry. It's Christmas. She might have been out shopping in the Riverland in Renmark. There's would have been at least one
She
or two
likes your
shops.
hat.
open.
Yeah, she's very happy with your hat.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's very Christmassy, isn't it?
You're not far off the real deal.
No. Zeke says to me I look like a really old Santa Claus. I thought Santa was old, but yeah, cheers.
I thought you looked like a young one, but anyway.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks.
right.
The wine's
Wanna
working. Well, after Paul leaves. Great.
I think I need to leave the room.
Huh?
So,
getting steamy.
are we going into this one next?
We are.
Yeah, we are. Well, let's have a
Now?
break. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Let's
do
look.
it.
Hurry
Yep.
up and finish.
So now this is a crazy beast, but
Well, explain it.
Greco. So Greco is the variety, obviously.
You do say it well.
Greco.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, look, you know.
Black.
I'm a long time removed, but I am Italian, obviously. My surname Petagna. But Greco, obviously in Italian, means the Greek, right?
Right.
Greek. Apparently
Speaking
the story
of the Greek,
is.
speaking of the Greek.
Yeah, here he is. Over there. We got Eric over here.
Yeah, Eric.
Apparently the story goes that the Greeks brought that varietal to Campania.
Right.
Yeah. So Campania, central southern Italy, is where my in-laws come from.
In a
Mother
very
and father.
similar climate.
Yeah,
Very
a little
good.
cooler, maybe across the board,
Disagree,
but
mate,
very
disagree.
similar.
Very
Very
similar,
similar.
yeah.
Very similar. I'll just agree.
Yeah,
That's
just-
exactly the
yeah,
same,
that's
mate.
right.
It's identical. Look, and that was the first time that I ever had it in Greco. Was in Campania with my wife's rallies. And you know, you'd walk down to the. Yeah, look at the colour on this thing. You'd walk down to the cellar underneath the house, and it wouldn't be obviously refrigerated, but it'd be at that temp. So
Yeah.
I actually prefer this. I like this crisp out of the fridge like this. If you're going to sit down on a hot day and just enjoy it, but I don't like it. I like it a little more at a room temperature if you're doing pork belly or something like that.
It's just played right into. That's where Luke got it from, I reckon. I reckon that's where Luke got it from.
Now, I mean, this is a bit of a beast. This is a full throttle white wine, really, and it depends.
It's
on
not
the-
even, but yeah, it's not even white.
No. And look, Greco is one of those few grape varietals that actually has pigmentation in the skin.
And I actually
So-
know why, because a really established winemaker taught me
Yeah.
the other day when we were
Alrighty,
at
yeah.
the winery. But you tell us why. It was almost like we had an orange wine with Jill,
Yep.
Yep.
and fantastic wine, and we watched how they made it as well. But and I guess it's quite similar. But this is very close to an orange wine, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, I mean, this is
We're having that conversation.
this
the
is
other day.
halfway there, right? I mean, look, Greco does have pigmentation in the skin.
Yeah.
Right? And so depending on how ripe it has become, because it start very hard little pea-sized pieces of grapes, right? They're terrible. They're really, really tough. And overnight, they just soften and they become, you touch them, they break open in your hand.
Right.
And that's when they're becoming ripe. And they become golden, like very quickly. So the slightly riper it is, a little more colour will come through. And when I'm making the wine, my process is a little oxidative. So I let it have a little bit of oxygen. Look, we press it, so destem it and squash it a bit.
Yep.
Press it immediately out of an old basket press that I got. So it's going to pick up some oxygen during that process. And then put it into a tub, put a little bit of gas over the top, but not too much, and let it just do its natural thing. So it gets a little bit of oxygen in there. That's going to golden it up a little. But really, Greco itself is going to have colour.
You know what though? It's orange in colour. Well,
Yeah.
golden. Golden
yeah.
straw. I wouldn't
Yeah.
put it
Yeah, there
golden
you go.
straw.
Golden
Straw
straw,
sounds right.
colour. But it's crystal clear at the same time. Like Jill told me when you're looking at a wine too.
Some cloudy ones.
Yeah, have a look and see how clear it is through.
Yep. I put this through, you know, when I put it through, I mean, most of the processing that I do is very, very simple, very natural,
Yeah.
old traditional stuff. But definitely chilled it for a while. Got it really cold for a while. Got cold stabilisation, right? Just to drop a little bit of that crazy stuff out.
All right, let's answer a couple of the questions because Luke's
Go.
just dropped off on that totally. But
Mate,
Matthew Chenworth.
would this wine go well like a Riesling, or is it made to drink?
Oh, you know, that is so...
That's
That's a cool question.
Aged
So,
well, sorry.
first vintage that we made from Stuart and Corley's vineyard was 2013. And today it's beautiful. So, yeah, great question. It actually does age beautifully like
Is he
a
the
Riesling
winner? Is he
or
the
a
winner?
Semillon.
He's the winner.
He's
That's
the,
I don't know if
that's a
he's the
great
winner, but
question.
He's the winner.
No,
That's
he-
a
Great question. And it's so true. Yes, it does. It ages beautifully.
Well, this wine is amazing. It really is, and you know that because I buy it all the time.
It's crazy. It's
It
full
is.
of
It's
everything,
crazy,
right?
and it's kind of a wine that polarizes people.
It does.
You know, I bring people in,
Yep.
and half the crew go, "This is great," and the other half go, "Whoa, that's." But it's funny. Recently, more and more have been kind of more towards the absolutely loving it. But there is no white wine getting around the veil that is
Oh,
as
come on.
big.
That's cool. That's
No,
cool.
no, as big as this.
No, true. Yeah, it's a mouthful.
It's
For a
there
white
is-
wine.
Yeah, it's huge.
And here's a freaky thing too, like, you know, look, I press it straight off of skins. If you didn't, the skins on Greco are really tannic,
All right, so
like ultra tannic. So press it straight off, right?
what I've done here,
Can I just?
Yes.
Can we get a close up of that? That's I don't know. That's, Cody has done very, very well. So I'm going to just pop it there. How are we going?
So,
Yeah.
I was reading tasting
That
notes,
looks amazing.
and they said never pair blue cheese with white wine.
Oh man, really?
I don't know sure where the notes came
This
from.
stuff loves it.
Yeah, well, you
absolutely.
said that to me when we were there, so I thought I'd call you out on live TV, and Luke and I will actually give the layman's.
It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I think.
So once again, Ritos got some cracking cheeses,
Yeah,
don't they?
that
Beautiful
is a cracker.
And how good is the?
The Greco works with it, man.
Yeah.
That works so well.
It does.
All right, can you guys talk about it? So I
Look,
can have some?
yeah, look. A lot of wines, obviously, a lot of people know that most wines have a bit of an affiliation with cheese. That's a done deal, right? But for some reason, and don't get me wrong, I love this with other foods, but this gear and cheese, happy days.
Can you explain why they have an affiliation with cheese?
No, I don't really know. I mean, obviously, there's a molecular reason and all the rest of it, and yeah, I'm not a scientist.
No, but is it the fat against the acid? What's
Oh,
the-
look, I would say with this one, absolutely. I mean, Greco itself, you see there's got a bit of residual
Oh,
sugar.
that's so
It's got about 7 grams of sugar per litre sitting in this one. Because I don't seed it with yeast, it's natural, and it finishes when it's finished, right? This time, yeah, 7 grams per litre. Okay, it's good enough. It balanced well, but it's quite acidic otherwise. So without that
Okay.
little bit of sugar, and I think it's the acid that you're not seeing because it's got that little bit of residual that works well with the foods.
So Sal's come up with a question. Should imagine
I would imagine pecorino.
Pecorino for sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, perfect. Actually, I haven't found a cheese yet. Actually, no, I haven't found a cheese yet that this doesn't work with, but pecorino for sure. I like the very spicy one, bitey
I
one.
just want you to keep saying those.
I
yeah,
wish
no, that's what Sal was doing, throwing some Italian down. Like,
I don't do it. My wife is going to really take the out of me after this because she's the Italian, really.
so
She's
we've
the
got to.
accent.
I've got to bring up why you're here too. How'd you go at Sinisa's?
Oh, sorry.
How'd you go at the Sinisa's Thai restaurant?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, it's lovely, and the people are beautiful there.
Aren't they really good people?
Yeah.
How funny was it though that we mentioned it to
Yeah,
you?
I'm a foodie though, man. As soon as you
You
said
are,
it,
yeah.
I had to do it, right? And we did. We were actually in the better part, the middle part of Adelaide at the time,
Yeah.
looking for somewhere to eat. And I thought, no, bugger it, come on, let's go back there. And we did, and it was great. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, they are
Really
great
lovely
people.
spot.
And
Doing
authentic.
a good thing for the very authentic
Yeah.
and lovely food. Yeah.
And we love them because they're Chrissy's Beach.
Yeah,
we
come on.
let's
Golfy
shout out to
Road?
them. Golfy Road, yeah.
You know,
Sinisa's Thai.
I don't get out much, really. I'm a bit of a
We,
hermit.
we heard that.
I'm a bit of a hermit on the hill.
Jeff from Goodison's told us that.
But as it is, I mean, for the first time in, I don't know, since the kids were playing soccer and now they're, haven't been down this way, it's really lovely, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of things going on here.
Yeah.
A lot of things
It's-
going on here.
It's, you look at Aldinga now, you look at Port Nalunga now. We were just talking about McLaren Flat is just about to explode.
Yeah.
There's some really cool
There
areas
is.
for food and wine and
Awesome.
all of that. So yeah, it's such an exciting time to be.
Always been a
downtown.
beautiful part of the world,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
regardless. But
Yeah.
right now it's really starting to boom.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we must say to you, thank you so much.
Pleasure, thank you.
You have Greco.
Yeah.
Put it on the map, hasn't he?
Bring on the
Oh,
Greco.
He put the Greco on
Salute.
the map.
And you talked about maybe doing it with bubbles, something.
I'd love to do a sparkling. I've got some material that I made in 2009 that I've kept. One of Angela, one of my wife's uncles, Zipep, back in Campania,
Yeah.
he made the most beautiful sparkling, spumante style wine with Greco and Falangina. I've got to try and reproduce it. It was the best wine
That would be
I've ever had.
crazy. That would be absolutely.
It was delicious.
That would be
Delicious.
SA1 Weekly first.
That would be.
That would be.
Yeah,
wicked.
and how much better does it get as it, cools down a bit, or not cools down a bit, gets a little bit more warmth into it, and it's like a red where it
It
you
does
get
develop.
so much more
It does
from
develop.
I,
Yeah.
You
I
wouldn't
would
know.
know.
We can finish that bottle.
Yeah, quite easily,
Yeah, there's
couldn't
a
we?
good chance of that tonight.
Yeah, there is a great chance of that. So,
I'm Paul,
we're-
winemaker here. Beautiful day. We're enjoying some of the Rosato, some of rosé made from Grenache and Mourvedre. Great for Christmas cheer. So, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hope you have a lovely one and you drink some lovely wine. Salute.
don't forget, support South Australian wine. All right, hang on a minute. Just buy Select wine.
Hell yeah.
Green Pritchard Accountants and Co. We love everything classic, especially South Australian wines. We are more than just classic accounting.
At Green Pritchard, we offer business coaching and development, wealth creation and restructuring. Green Pritchard, going beyond traditional accounting. Now, more than ever, we are getting to know and love our own backyard. And there's no better backyard than McLaren Vale and the Fleurieu Peninsula. Gone AWOL aims to showcase all the area has to offer by providing wine tours, stand-up paddleboarding and electric bike ride experiences. To really experience McLaren Vale and the Fleurieu Peninsula, look no further than Gone AWOL Tours.
WineSave is the premium wine preservation solution. To use, insert the nozzle into the bottle of wine. Spray for 1 second, then replace the cork, screw cap, or any bottle stopper. Endorsed by some of the world's leading experts in wine, WineSave is 100% pure argon gas and will preserve wine for weeks or even months at a time.
We are back, and it's treat time. It is absolute treat time. That's for you.
Thank you very much.
For me, that's for you.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
let you pour your own. And we must shout out to Harcourts, Coddy.
Very good.
Just slid it in.
Other way around.
Well, sorry, he slid it in. They won't get the close up anyway, so don't worry about it. He slid it in the fridge, so everybody who comes here sees his.
I like that.
It's good work, isn't it? Really. Give it to you.
Thanks, mate.
So we're going to swap to beer because it's Christmas, and you're going to have beer at Christmas, aren't you? And if you're going to have any beer at Christmas, what are you going to have?
You're going to have the Goodison's Christmas Ale, and this takes me back. I lived abroad for a long time, and when I came back from living abroad, Goodison's had just opened, and I was given the Goodison's Christmas Ale, and this, we were talking about Christmas in a bottle before.
Yeah.
Well, here it is.
Oh, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Jeff and Mary.
Yeah.
Great people.
I miss Jeff's Mo.
Well, I haven't really known him with a Mo.
I love the Mo.
There's only one person in McLaren Vale with a Mo.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Christmas Ale. Usually comes in a 750ml bottle. Did you know that?
Yes.
Usually
yes,
comes
we were
in
talking about that the other day.
big
so-
one bag.
yeah.
Because of COVID,
Yeah.
it's come in 6-packs. And we must let people know that the best comment will win a 6-pack. Well, there might not be 6, considering what's happening tonight. There might not be 6 left.
That's a bloody beautiful.
It's a great beer,
I was
isn't
about
it?
to say wine.
It is a great beer. So, it is Christmas in a glass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell me, cinnamon, you know what pops out to me straight away?
Yeah.
Big red, remember the old big red chewies?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bubblegum chewies, whatever they were.
Yep.
That real cinnamon hit.
Do they still have them anymore? They used
No,
to.
I'm not sure.
You know, they had a good crunch to them, I reckon. Dad used to have them.
But how good is this?
That's superb. And it's because I you know, you think of a beer that's big like this for winter, and obviously Christmas we have the snow, and this would be a cracking beer.
Oh, hang on a minute.
in
We
the
don't,
snow.
we don't have any snow.
I know we don't have any snow, but what I'm saying is, how well does it go down on a night like tonight?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
we're in
you could
t-shirts.
imagine if you're in somewhere else where there was snow. I'll try and backpedal for you, tread water, but an absolute cracking beer.
It's a really, really good
Isn't
beer.
it? I had to bring it on and just really surprise you.
And I have not had this in a long time.
Yeah, everyone says that when I dish it out.
And because I'd happily have that at any time. It would need to be cold. You know,
Yeah.
you'd want to have it really cold. But it's not like a stout where, I feel a stout is winter.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
But this one here,
All right, we got some nuts here.
I think
yeah?
someone has eaten our nuts.
Oh, well, I think that's the boys backstage.
What happened out there?
I think the green room
Oh,
smashed
okay.
most of our nuts,
Well,
but I'll have a little bit.
No, that's all you're going to get to have.
Oh, you're not gonna have a whole handful, are you?
How'd you go out there, guys? Did you enjoy those nuts?
Yeah. I'll probably get told off for pouring, but anyway. A little bit of spice to the nuts.
How much does it bring the spice out? See, I'm going back to what I was talking about before. When you're drinking and eating, at the moment it's just enhancing all those flavours. Like at the side of my tongue up here now, it's just zinging with that. I don't know if it's chili or.
Yeah, there's chili in those. Yep. Oh, I actually wanted. Charlize and I, my daughter, were looking for really hot peanuts to get you, and I wasn't going to have any. We couldn't find any,
I've
unfortunately.
been set up like that before.
But I'll tell you what, I'm tasting the cloves. You know, there's got to be some sort of cloves in this beer because once the hot nuts are involved, it's brought that.
Sorry.
Oh, come on, mate. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Sorry.
So the hot nuts was
Yeah,
one option, and the other option was some I think your missus might have cracked into a bit of the chocolate, but underneath there.
Oh, you.
No, you go there. You go. Have a little bit. Don't be shy. We got plenty of it. But I did notice Adriana threw up where you could get the Goodison's beer from, and I've got to mention as well, it is a great cellar door.
It's.
And do you take tours there?
Yeah, and it's great. You've got Goodison's. Straight across the road, you've got McCarthy's, so you sorted basically for the day if you wanted to. But what I'll say is, someone's got a big Hummer. They're right on the creek bed, and we were discussing earlier tonight what the creek bed's called, but on a hot summer's day, it doesn't even matter if it's in the 40s. There seems to be this nice little breeze.
Yeah, yeah.
And what an outstanding spot. So you're looking over. You've got the gum trees in front of you, you've got the creek bed, and then you've got the vineyards of, I don't know if it's Hither and Yons, but it's one of the prettiest spots in McLaren Vale, and you've got the man who,
As we saw in the video
the master
too,
of
you
brewing.
get to see the brewery.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Which is awesome, because you get to see the brewery.
It's super cool.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Jeff, when you go down there and you get Jeff on his own, doesn't mind pouring you some straight out the vat. When I was there, he said, "I do want to try the cherry beer."
Right, I haven't had the cherry beer.
Yeah, and straight out the vat, poured it straight out the vat, gave it to us. Superb. Actually, you had to go to work, didn't you? You had to go to something because you couldn't.
Oh,
couldn't
yeah,
come.
yeah,
That's right.
Anyway, yeah.
And
you went there after.
He also said to me, "I know you like your fruity beers," and he poured me the hazy IPA. Now, the hazy IPA, I love a hazy IPA, and I try everybody's, and I don't mind doing a little review here and there as well, similar to yourself. And his hazy IPA, smashed with fruit at the start, and then I was waiting for that huge bitterness at the end.
Yeah, not there.
None.
Yeah.
Just.
He's an amazing brewer.
He is
You know,
amazing.
And
It's a hidden secret.
And again, it's a bit like with Paul, when you get to go there, you are talking with the brewer
Yeah.
in the brewery. I mean, it is right there.
Yeah.
And he's got a great story to tell.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think there's anyone who does a better stout. His stouts are.
I don't know, mate.
his
I'm
stouts are
agreeing with
crazy.
you. I am
His
agreeing with
stouts,
you.
I mean, he won a massive award in Belgium.
Where
for stouts.
they're known for their beer. Yeah.
Well, Belgium, I had some Belgium guests a couple of years ago, and they put me onto some of their beers, and my God, can they make beer? So to win a huge award in Belgium is outstanding. So his chocolate stout, his coffee stout, and just his straight out stout, they are amazing.
His
Or
Christmas
should I
ale.
say phenomenal.
His Christmas ale is great. So
It's kind of in between your stout and you know.
it's an ale.
Yeah, well, but it's such a drinkable.
Oh,
beer.
isn't it? Oh, well, it didn't take us long, did it? And it wasn't a bad pairing either, was it?
I
I might have had a bit of help from Jeff, but I like some spicy nuts. And,
You do like your spicy nuts.
yeah, well, I do like the spicy nuts.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You could have it, well. Mine's gone a little bit empty, so
We've
when you're no, we've got to move on.
Okay,
We've got to keep moving. We've got to keep moving.
So Jeff,
We'll have to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to Jeff
and Mary
and Mary. Excellent, and the boys.
and the boys.
And the boys. Good luck. Good luck next year. And they play for McLaren Vale.
McLaren Vale.
Yeah, they play for
Big sponsors of McLaren Vale Footy
They
Club.
are big sponsors of McLaren
And
Vale
that's
Footy Club.
again what I love about McLaren Vale. Everybody supporting everyone.
Oh, it's community, isn't it?
Yep.
It is massive community. And what a beer.
That's
Fitted perfectly for Christmas, didn't it?
That
Fitted
is
perfectly
fantastic.
for Christmas. And we're going to have to move on.
I might just leave now and just drink the beer.
What? Oh, all right. See you later. Well, that's fine.
That's Jeff Goodison from Goodison Brewery here in McLaren Vale. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Drink safely.
Cheers.
With the current financial climate, uncertainty, and with interest rates at the lowest they've ever been, there is no better time to renegotiate your home loan than today. If you haven't looked at your home loan or investment loans the last 12 months, then give me a call. We can have a look at your options and possibly save you thousands of dollars per year in interest. I'm Aaron from Preferred Finance, your home and business finance specialist.
Here at Achieve Video Marketing, we care about supporting local business. In fact, we're now offering half price on our introductory video package. Well, that's right, you heard me, half price. $4.90 in our studio or $6.90 if we come to you. So, support local business, go south, go local.
WineSave is the premium wine preservation solution. To use, insert the nozzle into the bottle of wine. Spray for 1 second, then replace the cork, screw cap, or any bottle stopper. Endorsed by some of the world's leading experts in wine, WineSave is 100% pure argon gas and will preserve wine for weeks or even months at a time.
Right, we're back.
We are back.
We're back again. Now, it would not be Christmas Day without Pinot. Hey, come on, no, before you pull that rude face, you have to try it. If you're at a Goad family Christmas, which is,
I know.
This is what this whole thing's about. Shauno and I are going to have a Pinot before lunch. So we're
You guys
actually-
get into it, don't you?
Well, no, we
You
spread out the.
You are the Pinot family.
We are the Pinot family of the Fleurieu Peninsula.
And it, you know, because you guys have been just talking about Pinot. So I am very, very excited about giving this a crack.
We are extremely lucky in this segment because we've actually been supplied this Pinot from Peter Muscat, who actually has the Wine Showcase magazine. Now, I love this magazine because you know what it does? It showcases Australian wines and it goes to all the countries in the world.
Do we want to get it up there again?
No, all right, get it up there. Get out there a bit longer.
get up
And
there.
I'll talk about it while I'm getting the wine.
I
ready
was
as well.
having a flip through this the other day, and this does, it's, and you know, I'm come from a teaching background, and I was talking to some teachers the other day about what I'm doing now, and I was just saying that, you know, as much as I love education, but I love educating people about wine and McLaren Vale and what we've got going on here. And I was having a look through this, I've had a look through this a number of times, and this is a cracker magazine just to learn about what's going on. And I just get excited about wine. I get
Yeah.
excited about what's going
I
on.
knew you would. I knew you would love it. And you know where it goes? It goes internationally.
Yeah, right,
The
yeah.
market is mostly international. It's the restaurateurs and distributors for the Australian wine market.
Yeah.
So what fits in perfectly, doesn't it?
And this is classy. I mean, it's everything about this suggests that it's, it's all over it.
Yeah.
It really is. And it is.
And at the back of it happens to have in there the Adelaide Wine Show, the Royal Adelaide, I should say, the Royal Adelaide Wine Show, and it has all the winners in there. And Holly and I,
that's where you guys went.
we snuck in there, and we snuck in there to find out, what a wine show was all about.
I was a bit jealous about that.
That was
That was cool.
That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
And it was amazing the amount of effort that goes into judging a wine.
Yeah.
Because you see the gold medal and you do. You go, if you're in the bottle shop and you're looking, you see a gold medal, you go, right, I'll grab that. You see 3, 4, 5, I'm not sure if I can afford it, but you'll grab it anyway. But to see what goes into it, and it's pretty secretive, isn't it? There's no cheating. I was trying to find out with anyone, does anyone pull their own label down or taste their own wine? But there's none of that at all. So,
And I mean, you did a wine show just yesterday when you were filming, and I was watching you guys, and you did some blind tastings.
Yes.
Of the Zonte's Footsteps.
Yeah, that was
and
awesome.
they were just wines within South Australia. Within the regions around here, and that was cool. It was so cool. You had 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you didn't know what you were getting, and people were writing it down, and that's the cool thing about wine, tasting the variety and what comes from there and here and.
I didn't go that well.
No, you didn't.
I didn't go that well.
Nobody went that well.
No, even the owner didn't go that well.
Even the owner didn't do that.
But we got the Sidewood Adelaide Hills 2019 Pinot, and to be honest, he actually gave me a lot of other amazing Pinots, but they may have slipped into the Goad family Christmas.
Did they?
Yeah.
Again.
It's
going to be a good Christmas.
It is going to be a great Christmas.
I might make my way down.
You may make your way from Moana.
Yeah.
But Adelaide Hills, renowned for its Pinot.
Yeah.
I just love Pinot because it's such an easy variety to drink. And it's full of flavour, and it's...
I'm a little excited about this.
You are?
Yeah, because turn the bottle, get it around. Oh, I can see it. Good one. Now that's that's the cool thing about wine is that there's something about reds. There's something about reds where you can just
how good is this?
I haven't tasted it, but
It's
good, but it smells fantastic, and that's the cool thing. And you know what? I just want to step back a bit. It's like the Greco we had earlier. I can do it with.
Yeah.
And it's one of the only whites I've ever had that I can just sniff for a while. Mind you, when you do step up to the Vega Boys, not that this is a big red.
It's a bigger Pinot than most, and I brought it, and I chose it for that reason. So, because I thought you would actually like it. Come and have a crack.
I know I'm going to like it because it smells fantastic.
There's no such a thing. No one's going to bring a bad wine on here, are they? I'm happy with the wow. I am really happy with the wow.
Yeah. Wine, I mean, there's so many varietals of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get, I used to be just, it's got to be a Shiraz.
Well, and the majority of people in this area were.
And it's the exciting thing about wine is that there's so much, and this is, but it's not, that's not small. That's, there's a fair bit going on with that.
There's a lot going.
How smooth is that?
Yeah.
No,
she's a quality wine. She is a real quality wine. And you wouldn't expect anything less from someone who knows a lot about wine, would you?
No, it's, I'm sorry.
And we're talking his private collection here.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that is superb. So pairing-wise, I thought this would be perfect with the Christmas turkey. Would be perfect with the Christmas turkey.
Yeah.
So I'll just like that, and then all of a sudden, before you know it,
Bang,
look at that. Look at that. We've got some Christmas turkey.
Christmas cheese.
Well, it's sliced in cheese. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's the Romanian way, but I'm not sure. You know you dig in. So we
I'm
obviously.
passing it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing the right thing. Yeah.
So once again, supplied by Rito's and Berenberg.
Again, can we have a? I don't know if we can get in on on that one there, but how thick is that? That's cracking. That's a very, very awesome look.
That's how you would slice a turkey on Christmas Day, though.
Oh.
Or John might.
John, John doesn't. He's not bad actually on the turkeys. He's
No,
pretty
he'd be
good
right on
on
the electric
bar,
knife,
yeah.
wouldn't he? Yeah. I just want you to. I'm just hanging for you to taste the Pinot. With the
I know.
turkey.
You just want to. You want me on the. You want me on the Pinot bandwagon, don't you? Don't have a heart attack on before Christmas.
Went down the wrong hole because Adriana was teasing me.
Well,
We're blocking the whole show with the bottle of Sidewood. Would have been happy though. No, they would have been. I tell you what. How much does the flavour change? This is what I love about Pinot and turkey. It's a perfect pairing. It is a perfect. I'm not talking myself up a lot, but
you know.
I've done a lot of investigation into this tonight, into the pairings, because I had to do it myself for once.
Right. Well, that'd be a first.
Well, or Jeremy did. Yeah. But how good was that? No, you're gonna have Pinot with turkey, aren't you? On Christmas Day. If you're not, you're missing out.
That's fantastic. Do we have any questions about the Pinot? Because
we got Sarah. She's commenting, but she's and Tony. Tony's had to leave. So.
Well, I tell you what.
Who cares? Oh, more than happy.
That is lovely. It's I'm trying to fit it in where it fits into the whole wine journey. It's you know, obviously you've got your bigger wines.
Well, you got your Shirazes and Cabs, but then
I don't see anyone who would not enjoy that.
Wow, mate, that is music to my ears.
Having said that, I need to drink some more Pinot because I think you've just pulled out one of the best Pinots going around, and you've just gone, this is what a Pinot should taste like, so therefore it's the greatest thing ever. So you might have conned me, but that...
Well, I'll tell you what, Pinot in South Australia is exceptional now, but Tasmania, and some of the Victorian, we don't like to mention them that often, but geez, they can make some Pinots. The Mornington Peninsula and things like that, they can make some real Pinots. So the Adelaide Hills are doing an exceptional job.
Now, I'm going to put this to you.
Okay.
Should you chill it?
Depends on if it's 40 degrees, like if you're in Perth on Christmas Day and it's going to be 40, I'd chill it. But you're in Adelaide, it's going to be, you're in Adelaide, it's 30. If you're in God's country, south of the bridge, then you're looking at about 27.
Yes.
So I think room temperature would be fine for that.
That's...
Depends how hot it is.
No, I'm not I'm not thinking about it.
If we sit on your balcony in the 3 o'clock in the hour and it's 40 degrees, then we'd pull this out the esky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm trying to get what gets me excited about it because it's a lovely.
It's
lovely
light,
wine.
crisp, and flavoursome. That's Pinot.
Is it crisp?
Yeah.
It's something. It's somewhere in between for me.
So really,
that is.
We've only just touched this bottle, and I'd like to keep this for Shawnee for Christmas Day. So, explain to me about the wine save and how we would do that.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I'm a bachelor. Well, I have been a bachelor. I'm not a bachelor at the moment, but I've been a bachelor for a long time.
Yeah.
And I have enjoyed my wine for a long time. And the worst thing about living in or near McLaren Vale is you get great wines and you open it up on a Wednesday night and it's a crackerjack wine and you have maybe half a bottle.
Yeah.
And sometimes life gets in the way, and 2 days later you pour the wine out. For me, because there's something about oxidation.
Your nose is...
Yes, there's something, well, maybe the one eye, but there's something about oxidation.
It's the eye.
Huh?
It's the eye.
It's the senses.
So it's the look of it that gets you.
No, it's something about my other senses, I think, are enhanced. Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Well, that's what I'm going with. And anyway, oxidization in wine, I hate. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago, the only argon that I could, because what you do, in a nutshell, you get a bottle, and I'll try and line this up with the camera if we can. We're on over here.
Yeah.
So what you do, at the end of the night, say you've got this much left, and it's a good bottle of wine. I mean, this is a cracking bottle.
It is a good bottle.
So the last thing I'd want to do is waste it. So you literally put your little nozzle in.
Yeah.
You spray it for about a second. You put it on top, and so argon is an inert gas. It's a little heavier than oxygen, and you get this little layer there, so oxygen doesn't get on top, and so your wine's going to be fine. So you pop it away, and you can have that wine 2, 3, 4 weeks later, and it's going to be fine.
No joke.
And I only used to be able to get these from America, but now they're doing them here in Australia, and so it's absolutely fantastic.
And there's an awesome deal for SA Wine Weekly viewers as well. So all they have to do is
I'm going to grab some because it's...
No, we'll gift you a bottle, mate, for your effort. But and you can actually do up to like 100 squirts out of a bottle.
It might be more than that.
I'm calling it 100 anyway. But I've poured that much wine down the sink over the years because, I've had a glass and we've forgotten about it and it's cooking wine, but it's not.
How much money have you wasted? And I feel like I'm on telemarketing, but it's...
No, go for it.
And you get the steak set as well. But it is fantastic. And the amount of money that you save, I bought, and I'm talking 15 years ago, I got 3 sent over from America. My cleaner at the time thought that they were empty and threw them in the...
All those years ago.
I'm still getting over it.
We're going to, as much as I would like to stick on Pinot for a whole show, which we will do, we'll do a Pinot show. Okay, because we're going to have to, we'll get on Pinot.
That'd be...
We will get on Pinot because he grows some amazing grapes in McLaren Vale. I'm not sure he knows much about Pinot, but because his name's Pinot.
Okay, well, that sounds good, and we'll get Sean on one.
Sean, no, he'll have a...
Getting ready.
Right, so it's dessert time.
It is dessert
so
time.
So we've had the turkey, and we've paired it with it. Much to your amazement, we've paired it with a Pinot. Sean is just clapping his hands together,
I know,
my brother. But
it kind of hurts me a bit that I enjoy that so much.
No, it was so good. So what we're going to do is we are going to go dessert time, and I've got an absolute... How good is my food pairing? How good is the food?
I just want to say mine looks a lot better than yours. I'm covered.
Your wife did it, so not your wife, but maybe one day, if she plays her cards right.
We've got to have our little our mouse gateers.
The port sifters. We're going to go there, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Right. We might need the actual bottle of the Muscat
That's
as well.
just there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good work.
Oh. True.
All right.
Okay.
It's getting a bit messy, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
Have a look at this, though. Okay. You want to go?
Right. So, a dessert. If you are actually looking for something for dessert, we'll start off with the Muscat. Now, people think of Muscat and they might think World War or pre-World War, Boer War, or even before. Putting it in, the gunpowder, putting the pellet in afterward and firing it, but it's not the case, is it?
Right, no.
So what we've got here is some amazing Muscat from good mates of yours.
Yep.
Lino Ramble. Andy from
Lino.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
Lino.
So,
Lino.
as I was reminded, like what's in the kitchen in the 70s. Lino Ramble.
Yep.
All right. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. So we've got his Muscat.
Yep.
Geez, he makes some other good wine
Can I just say, because...
Well, you talk while I pour.
Yeah, you pour. There's some winemakers going around now, and I love
We're gonna
my
go these?
big, bold, yeah, we're definitely going that, my big, bold McLaren Vale Shirazes, and I hope, and we'll never lose that. But there's some guys now refining wine, kind of new age winemakers.
Yeah.
And Andy is one of them at Lino Ramble.
Yep.
And he doesn't even do a Shiraz.
Yeah, that's a bit cool, isn't it?
That's massive.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
he doesn't mind mentioning that either, does he?
but it fits what he's doing so well. So he's on McMurtry Road. He's in there's an old cottage next to Hugh Hamilton. I was going to say Huge Hamilton, and maybe he is, I don't know. But there are 3 wineries in there. There's Bondar, Lino Ramble, and Shiraz, all in this one little cottage, and they are seriously great winemakers down there.
Right, we're going to do a show from
Anyway,
there. Let's do a whole show from there.
You've got to do a show
We'll
there.
do a show
Yep.
there.
So anyway, so we're onto the Lino Ramble Muscat, and what else do you want at the end of the night?
No, we're talking end of Christmas lunch.
Well, end of Christmas lunch. I mean,
Okay.
to me, end of Christmas. Well, go on.
All right, so let's have a little sample out of the, we'll call them muscat sifters.
Out of the tail.
All right, out of the tail, out of the rat's tail. That is almost, should only ever be poured on Golden North ice cream.
Yeah, that's right.
That was almost my call when we first tasted it. That is a sensational. Come on, man, we've got to talk.
Something feels a bit wrong about it.
Does it?
Yeah. But
We won't go there.
we won't go
We will not go
We
there.
will not go there. Shouldn't do that on TV. But
Right, I've got to mention the food. How? Right, you smash into the
Yep.
pudding, but
give it to me.
we've got CJ's Bakery. Like, you kick a footy. You can kick a footy from our office to CJ's Bakery, and it dishes up a single pudding, which obviously is pretty good because you ate half of one. And he has got the most amazing mince pies, which happen to be one of my absolute favourites. So I am going to smash the mince pie, and then I'm going to taste.
Can I give CJ's a plug?
No, go for it. Well,
Because
good idea.
He has the best sausage rolls going around because there's
Yeah.
so many shit sausage rolls going around. But his sausage rolls are bang on. They are the best going around, and he donates his, at the end of the day, Fred's van, which
Yeah.
feeds homeless people. He donates his food. So I've worked at Fred's.
Andrew's is there.
Yep, Andrew, sorry. Donates the food at the end of the day. So Fred's van pick it up and bring it up to the Christie's Beach branch, and the customers, the guests there, absolutely love it. So, I mean, and that's what the South is about, living down here on the mid-coast. And
Oh my! Sorry, I got to interrupt you. As much as it's a very important topic you're talking about, that mince pie with that muscat, I don't think there is a better Christmas mix.
okay,
So
I'll find out.
right, you're going to have to have a crack at it. I'm going to have a crack at the pudding too when you're finished eating. But
Well, the pudding is out.
the pudding is outstanding, isn't it?
I was just about to say the pudding is outstanding, and then I just ate them.
Oh, he is well renowned for his mince pies, and Andrew's also won many, many awards for his vanilla slices. Just thought I'd throw that in there because he is an
Well,
absolute champion. But
I usually, sorry, Mum, again, not that Mum makes them, but we get given this at, the Christmas Day, and
Yeah.
I'm usually not into them. They are so, I mean, the fruit,
oh no, we're talking next level.
yeah, that's,
And food pairing wise, we had to go next level because we had this amazing. To be honest with you,
that is outstanding.
I had not had muscat that tastes like this ever in my life.
That is, and you know what?
There's a story behind it, isn't there?
There is, and you're going to ask me the story.
Would you like me to tell you the story?
If you could, that'd be
No,
good.
I'll reiterate the story quickly. Andy married into his wife's stepdad.
It is now.
Yeah. She was a vegan.
It is
Yeah.
now.
He left her the goat's head that we showed earlier.
Yes.
And they left him the barrel of muscat that was years and years, and it was like syrup.
Yeah.
Like absolute
Was that
syrup.
Where was it? Who owned Patrigi wine?
No, Petriti helped him.
Right.
That helped them afterward make it into this.
I think Bertridi had.
No.
Go on.
They took it to Bertridi afterward, and they turned it into this. Mr. Wolf fixes everything, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he does.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Mr. Wolf comes along, fixes everything. But this is putting Muscat on the map. You got to go down to Lino, like the 70s flooring in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You got to go down there, and you got to see Andy, and you've got to. His tastings are great, aren't they?
His tastings
the
are
guy's
awesome.
a pool of knowledge.
Yeah.
We had an absolute. We should be drinking out of those glasses.
Yeah, they're. Oh no, we shouldn't.
No,
we shouldn't.
well,
I
we're
love
happy
these.
with the Rat's Tail.
I used to do the Rat's Tails when I lived up in Port Lincoln. Final teaching prac used to do Rat's Tails on a Wednesday night with the deputy principal, and Tim Tams. But we used to be Tim Tam Slammers. But that's
Yeah, no, thanks for that, mate. I'm glad we learned that.
Well,
So,
people-
Lino Ramble, Lino,
Lino.
Facebook, Twitter. He's not bad on the Twitter. He's not bad on the Twitter at all. He's quite helpful with the SA Wine Weekly. And also on Instagram. Everyone's on Instagram. Kids are on Instagram. Go down and see him, because there's an amazing place, isn't it?
It is. It seriously is. And go down there because.
Oh, hang on. Jump on a tour.
Jump on
a tour and get Luke to take you there. And then you get preferred treatment like we did.
Yeah, and you do, but I mean, they are so good down there. And I mean, there's a Chardonnay, just, you walk 3 metres that way down the hall, and you've got
No,
Bondard.
that's an extra.
Yeah, okay, but I just, it's.
There's
a Bastardo.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah,
that was real funny, wasn't it? Named after me, the Bastardo. Yeah, hilarious. So we're going to have to wrap up. That's an hour and a half.
Okay, so does that mean I can go to the green room and drink?
I know, I think Tansy's still here, and so is Paul, so I don't think there's not going to be much left. But Merry Christmas, champ. Oh, you finished?
I'm done.
All right, well, Merry Christmas anyway. Thanks heaps for helping me out.
Thank you.
No,
It's been a great, and 2020, interesting year, but what a great year. I mean, in terms of what it's brought for what we're doing, so.
No,
I love it.
I can't wait. We've got a massive 2021 coming up. We've got
South
amazing-
Australian wine. I mean,
South Australia. Well, no, we're putting it on the map.
Yeah.
We're helping put it on the map.
It's
And
super cool.
we've got to say thanks to all of our supporters, because without them, we wouldn't be here. And I can't wait to crack into some more amazing South Australian wines.
Exciting.
Merry Christmas to everybody. And thank you heaps to all my staff from behind the scenes that do an amazing job, no matter how stressed they are when things aren't working with 2 seconds to go.
They look a bit stressed.
Adriana, magic, absolute magic. I'm not sure what the rest of them do, but Eric, he looks
Eric
good.
looks
He
good.
looks good.
I mean,
and,
he's a very sexy man.
and if there was a beef,
And then we've got the voice back there.
we got the voice over as well.
That's
So
Johnny
and Channel 44.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for trusting us once and only time. Yeah, no. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2021.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
here's to hoping,
Yeah.
seriously. But get down to McLaren Vale. And see, South Australian wine in general, because I'm super excited about, you've talked about the Riverland.
Oh, no, I'm talking Riverland up big time.
I know.
Don't worry about
I
that.
know.
They're coming on. They are going to showcase some amazing wines.
I look forward to that, like a showdown.
Hi guys, it's Andy from Lino Ramble. Just want to really quickly wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you've got some time, pop down and see us, 148 McMurtry Road in McLaren Vale. Look forward to seeing you all soon. Cheers.
Mate, are you drinking that wine named after Nathan?
Absolutely, mate.
What, the Bastardo?
Bit of Bastardo, mate.
Fantastic.
It's a beautiful thing.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Happy New Year.
Ciao.
With the current financial climate, uncertainty, and with interest rates at the lowest they've ever been, there is no better time to renegotiate your home loan than today. If you haven't looked at your home loan or investment loans the last 12 months, then give me a call. We can have a look at your options and possibly save you thousands of dollars per year in interest. I'm Aaron from Preferred Finance, your home and business finance specialist.
WineSave is the premium wine preservation solution. To use, insert the nozzle into the bottle of wine. Spray for 1 second, then replace the cork, screw cap, or any bottle stopper. Endorsed by some of the world's leading experts in wine, WineSave is 100% pure argon gas and will preserve wine for weeks or even months at a time.
Here at Achieve Video Marketing, we care about supporting local business. In fact, we're now offering half price on our introductory video package. Well, that's right, you heard me, half price. $4.90 in our studio or $6.90 if we come to you. So, support local business, go south, go local.